Welcome to our video series on creating and using mini-sites. In this video, we'll look at accepting payment on your mini-site. If you have a mini-site where you want to accept payment from people, you obviously need to be able to take that payment. Two very popular services are ClickBank, which specializes in digital products, and another, of course, is PayPal. First, with ClickBank, you can sell products using their service. At this time, I believe the setup fee is around $50, and they take around 8% or so of each sale. But you can take a look at their site and see the latest figures for getting set up. With ClickBank, just a quick example here. We accept ClickBank on one of our sites, and if you scroll down, ClickBank very simply gives you a special link, a special address to take payments. Let me resize the browser. And if I just hold my mouse over the link, you'll see the full address in the status bar here. It's different, obviously, for every person using ClickBank to sell, but you have to have a unique address. And then all you need to do is link to that address with a standard link, and if you click it, it goes to the standard ClickBank order page. Actually, I said order page, but there are two order pages. There's the first step of the order page. If we continue, and then there's the second main page where you enter your payment details. One strong benefit of ClickBank is that they take most payment options. Specifically, they take PayPal. You don't even need a PayPal account. They use their account and take PayPal payment for you, and then send you a check. So that may be an option that works for you. And as I mentioned, it's very easy to get set up because you just need to link to them. So let's close that. If you're interested in using PayPal, it's a little bit more complicated to link. You have to log in to your PayPal account, and if you don't have one, just go to Create Account at paypal.com, click on the Merchant Tools area, scroll down, and generally you're interested in the Buy Now buttons. And then you add your details. Okay, item name or service. Let's say this is my item name. ID number you can leave blank if you want, or put in whatever you want. Item ID. The price, let's say $50. Currency, US dollars. Buyer's country, I would leave that as it is. You can choose the default style of order button. I wouldn't get involved in adding your own image for an order button. It can get quite complicated. So use their button, or click here if you want a different style. Let's click here and choose this one. So continue. And okay, let's scroll down and security settings. I would say definitely. If you don't have security settings, one feature of PayPal, which was a real drawback, was that anyone could, any page or almost any page that had a PayPal order button, people could go view, source, and look at your page source and see what your product delivery address was. I'll come to the product delivery address in a moment, but it basically made selling products online insecure. But now they've added an encryption option, which is good. So you can just choose yes to encrypt your button. then add more options. Okay, postage cost calculation, I would generally leave as it is. VAT, I would leave as it is. It only applies to European Union merchants anyway, or specific EU merchants who qualify for VAT. Option fields, I would forget about those. I generally just use PayPal's primary page style. Okay, customize buyer experience. This is the product delivery page. After they have successfully paid, you want to send them a page saying thank you, and specifically if it's a digital product, you want to offer a download address, a way for them to download the product instantly. And this is where the old version of PayPal buttons was really insecure, but now, with the encryption, it hides this from your visitor. So let's say, for example, that your address, your web domain, was mydomain.com. And let's try spelling that right, domain.com. And let's just say, obviously this is very insecure, but you could say successful.html. Often, for product delivery pages, I add random numbers to it, like this, so it can't be guessed. For this example, let's just say mydomain.com/successful.html. Then, if someone during the order process actually presses the cancel button, I would send them back to the main page, the main sales page. For example, it could be mydomain.com/sales, or even just the home page, index.html. Okay, would you like your buyers to be able to purchase more than one? I've found that in very few instances is that relevant, so I generally keep it as no. Then, if it's a digital product, I turn postage off, or alternatively, just have postage optional for ease of use for your visitors. Optional instructions, I generally don't have any, and then choose which email address you're using. So create button, and you get your button code. So if we scroll down, we get it in, okay, there we go. There's our code, our encrypted button code, as you can see. So click, right-click, select all, right-click copy, and what I'm going to do, I have an empty text editor here, Notepad, an empty text editor, and I'm just going to paste in the text. So you can see how it looks. And that's the encryption. It's pretty much unreadable. If I turn word wrap off here, you can see that the whole code is only about 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 5 lines of code, but the main bulk of that is the encryption. That's why if you turn word wrap on, which means at the end of the screen the line wraps over, you can see all the text, and there's a lot of text there. Okay, so I'm going to add this to a web page. Okay, I have Mozilla Composer open. If I open up an existing web page, let's open up index.html. And let's say we want to add the PayPal order button to the bottom of the page. So place the cursor there, press Enter or the return key a couple of times to add a bit of space, and let's go to Notepad. There's our text. Edit, select all. Edit, Copy, back to Composer. Now, here's an important point. If I just went to the Edit menu and chose Paste, you get all the text. But of course, this isn't what we want. So let's edit, undo that. What we want is to go to the HTML source here, and unfortunately when we do that it jumps back to the top of the page. So we have to try to find in and among all the HTML source where we want our button to go. So if we go back to normal view, what we can do is place our cursor here and enter something which isn't, enter an unusual number of characters. For example, what I often do is enter 5 hash symbols, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The hash symbol, which I believe is also known as the pound symbol, enter it 5 times. That doesn't appear anywhere else. So now, if you go to HTML source, edit, paste, and excuse me, that's a mistake, edit, undo. What I really need to do is edit, find. So in the Find text box, enter the hash symbols 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Find next, close this, and there we go. We've gone instantly to where we were. So we can select that and delete by pressing the Delete key, press Enter, and there we go. There's our cursor on an empty line. Now, I believe it's already in memory, but just to be sure, let's go back to Notepad and copy it one more time, just to be 100% sure. Edit, copy, and OK, we've copied all that. Back to Composer. There's our cursor. Edit, paste. There's our text. There's our button. And OK, go back to normal view. And that's how it looks. If you want, you can click there and choose Format, Align, Center, if you want to put it in the center. So let's save that and see how it looks in the browser. Minimize Composer, minimize Notepad, and we're still at PayPal in the browser, so let's get rid of that. And minimize the browser. And OK, index.html. I'm going to click, hold, and drag that into the browser. And that's how the page looks. And scroll down to the bottom, and there's our button. So if we click that, it takes us to PayPal with the details entered. Payment for, this is my item name. Currency is US dollars. $50 for the price. No postage and packing. And that's pretty much it. Let's go back for now. So that's how you can add an order link with ClickBank, and also very easily adding an order link with PayPal, using the PayPal button creator to create a button, and then taking that code and adding it to the correct place in your Minisite's web pages.